Good day, everyone. It's day 9 already. Super excited. All right. So I hope you've been following the 10-day gratitude challenge, and I hope it's been very inspiring. You've got value from it. Thank you for staying with me. So day 9, I'm going to be taking you to one of my projects. How I wrote my first book. The title is I Too Can Be Great. I launched it in 2008, but I wrote it in my 200 or my 300 level. I didn't have the faith to raise the funds. I couldn't raise the funds to publish it. But a friend of mine just told me, get the manuscript ready. Don't worry, just get the manuscript ready. So eventually, I published in my part 5. No, I think maybe I was wrapping up my part 5 or something. So it happened that I actually went to my village. I went to my village in Ekiti. Shout out to Ekiti guys, all over the place, all over the world. So I went to my village to do a project for girls. So I was talking about abstinence from premarital sex, me and abstinence from premarital sex. So it was a purity campaign. So I went to talk to girls. So I carried megaphone, I collected megaphone, and I went from one street to the other, inviting them for this meeting. So it was not just abstinence from premarital sex, it was how to discover your talent, and how to abstain from. I merged it together somehow, but it's not just premarital sex. It's also how to discover your talent and how to use it to make money. Because if you make money, why would you need to for a guy to be giving you money, and because of that he wants to get something in return by having sex with you? I mean. Most of the time, that's always the challenge. You collect money from them, and they want to sleep with you in return. And that's, your body is more important than the money. So basically, I went to the king first. I went to tell the king about my plan, and that I would need, so I did handbill. So what I did when I got to the town, I told my uncle. So we had a meeting in the town, so I merged it. My uncle had the meeting, my dad, my mom's family. So we had the meeting. So I told my uncle that I want to publish my book. My uncle insulted me. He said that they asked me to go to school. That's what they asked me to do. They asked me to go and write a book or something. He didn't say it exactly like that, but he didn't even give me a dime and all that. And he talks down on me. So meanwhile, I was feeling bad, but I stepped out of the place and I was just thinking of what to do. So first of all, the first thing I did was that I went to the computer center to do the handbill for the meeting, because we have to invite people. So while I was there, the owner of the computer center told me that his brother likes this kind of, he was the one who typed. His brother likes that kind of project. He said his brother is going to get on this project with me. That was the first miracle God did. Honestly, guys, he pays, he's sweet, he's yummy to serve. But Bible says in this world there will be challenges, but be of good cheer. I've overcome the world. But it's sweet, it's so sweet to serve. But see, I took the number 1 step towards my dream and see what God started doing. I just went to type the handbill. It wasn't print, it wasn't water print. I typed it, they did it, I did it in a way, and it was fine. So the guy just said, oh, my brother likes, the owner of this computer center likes this kind of project. So that was how he introduced me. No, he said he was going to tell his brother. So after I printed and he gave to me and I went to distribute the handbills, he told his brother about me. So his brother was waiting to see me. So then after that, I went to the king's palace and I went to tell the king about my plan. So meanwhile, I don't know, maybe I didn't see the king immediately. So I was supposed to come back. So I went back to the computer center. His brother already saw me. And then his brother told me that I shouldn't worry, that all I was going to use for the meeting, he was going to pay for it. Then don't forget, subsequently I was supposed to see the king. By the time I went to meet the king to ask for the king said I should take it free of charge. I don't need to pay a dime. So then I went from one place to the other, carrying megaphone, telling everybody in the town about the meeting. So ladies were coming. So I think it was discover your talent, maximize your talent. Then I'm not sure if I merged sex, but when I was talking about, I did something about sex. Another, because in villages they take advantage of ladies a lot, especially during Christmas, Valentine's season. So I must have added that. So at the meeting, I started speaking to ladies. I told them what I needed to tell them. So the man who came to talk about discovery of talent is a very bright man. Mr. Larry. Shout out to Mr. Larry. So he spoke about a discovery of talent and how to manage your talent. After the talk show, after the meeting, Mr. Larry called me to for a meeting, and he told me that whenever you're coming for a free meeting like this, God, oh God, I just feel like hugging and kissing God just right now. Because the way God does his things, he strategizes. Mr. Larry just said, whenever you're coming for a meeting, like he said, come with a material. Don't just come like that. And not come with a material that you can sell, because it's a free meeting. You need to get money back in return. He said, go and write a book. I said, I already have a manuscript. He said, so what's stopping you? I said, oh, I'm waiting to print it. Say, how much is it? Meanwhile, I've done the costing already, because I didn't have the funds. That's why I didn't do it. I've done the costing already. I asked my uncle, he talked to me down and all that. So I just told him the costing. He just wrote a check. I'm going to speak in tongues in this video. He just wrote a check, and that was it. I got a printer and we started printing. Do you know when we wanted to do the book launch, Mr. Larry got someone to do the decoration. Okay, so I went to meet the registrar of UNAD that I needed their hall. They told me it was 150,000, but they crashed the price because of me. And Mr. Larry he took up the decoration, he took up snacks and drinks. Yeah, he took up lots of things in that meeting, and I had a glorious book launch. As in, I felt good, like my time has come. And that was it. That was how we produced I Too Can Be Great in 2008. Isn't God great, people? All right, that is it about day 9.